did. And I think other people were great at what they did as well. Greatness is more a mindset, I think, than anything else.
Mindset, motivation, insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Andre of the Savages.
Let's think about this. I'm glad you brought this up because even in the first film, what are they doing? Apollo is trying to find somebody to help me get this show off. We're not planning on this dude winning. That's not even in the thing at all. Every now and again, I feel like somebody says F the program.
Black and White Sports. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Chad Ryder. Jaylen Brown recently posted on social media that he's excited and disappointed after the Celtics traded him to the rival 76ers. Brown dealt to Philly for Paul George, 2 future first and second round picks. Boston Globe NBA writer Gary Washburn says that
for a fan base in Boston that's used to winning, that has been told that the Celtics are about winning. We're not about finance. They're about winning, getting championship 19, competing at every season. This doesn't seem like it.
Gary Washburn on a game night. And Philly has added more depth in scoring today, agreeing on a 2-year, $12.3 million deal with guard Anthony Simons, reports ESPN Sham Charania. The NHL's career goals leader, Alex Ovechkin, coming back to the Capitals for a 22nd season. It's a 1-year deal with just over $4 million. One round of 32 World Cup game right now, and Spain leads Austria 1-0 at the half. Spain has yet to allow a goal in this year's World Cup.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Friday, we'll continue to react to all the fallout from Boston's decision to trade Jaylen Brown to the 76ers, including what's next for the Celtics. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Andre of the Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngsters. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport and Holloway.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free. 800-558-5635.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Sports with Andre of the Savages.
Big dog, Mr. Dennis Hobson, the NBA champion, all right? Ohio State Buckeye legend, and so on and so forth. Thank you for being on Black and White again, sir.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me, Dre.
Coach headed to Florida Polytechnic University.
But I think the biggest thing is that I get an opportunity to get back on the sidelines, and levels don't mean much to me. I get the opportunity to coach. And I don't care where I'm doing it or who I'm doing it with. It's just that opportunity to educate kids through the game of basketball and just say, hey, man, I'm born and raised in Toledo. And Toledo will always be my roots. Ohio is someplace that I've truly enjoyed and never ever had a problem with it. Never had a problem being there. And again, that's the city. Toledo is the city that touched me.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
I know you're kind of busy just now, but I want to tell you some things I never told you. I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think we was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different. You may not understand what I'm talking about now. I can appreciate that, but you will when it's over. Believe me. You will when it's over. You think I don't have any more?
You got nothing more to prove, do you?
Look, man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I got a lot of more. Come on. Here we go again.
And we wish to show the American press a small portion of the advances.
What does all this do to enhance performance?
It makes a man a better man. A great athlete, a super athlete. Though most of the world is ignorant. It's showtime! It's showtime! Come on. You wish to educate your country.
In great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Please do.
As you can see, the result's quite obvious. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Now you're gonna have to go through.
I guess I see what you're doing. Because last night the NBA ruined. No. All right, let's roll. It's a terrified Thursday. Oh, for many reasons. Good afternoon. It's still on super duper blaze. It's hot. Yes. Again, it's early July. It should be. Be glad. All right. Get your sunscreens together. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all. We certainly appreciate you making us a part of your situation, however you may be listening, whatever you may be into. Welcome to Black and White Sports. It's the fastest $1.20 in sports. We do this daily. Now, we'll be here till about 6 p.m. We appreciate you. All right. My name is Andre of the Savages. Now, this gentleman on my left, but kind of your right, if you're looking at it on the screen, that's the Bizzle, Josh Burnham. Good afternoon, sir. Let me be cordial. What's up?
I'm just fine. I mean, let's just say that the last 24 hours or close to it has been like, as a Celtic fan.
Oh, you tweak Master Flex right now. You on some other. Woo. Listen, Josh, I'm going to try to help you because something is dawning on me as I'm starting to put these pieces of puzzlings together. And I'm feeling like you're being sold magic beans with respect to the reasons why these things are taking place. You see what I'm saying? Because they're telling you this thing and all this other talk about this other stuff. And I think we're missing something very significant here. And I was just reminded about a very important ingredient where the Celtics are concerned. And because of it, and because of our adjacent material from yesterday and earlier in the week regarding Brown, Josh, I've come to a hypothesis.
And what would that be?
I'm not saying it yet. You were supposed to, right there was the part. See, you effed it off. That was the SBI work. You didn't get it. We're not in sync. We're not in sync, Josh. It was the last one. We're trying to go out, finish it strong. It's like a Friday. It's supposed to be a Friday, Josh. This was very Thursday-like.
It's hard to get into a Friday mood when it's a Thursday.
We SBI'd right there. Damn. Come on, man. Ride out. We want to ride out.
I'm just still like in stunned silence over the whole trade.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. I'm not acting big brotherly. I'm tripping. You're right, Josh. It's hugatory. Right now, I should be really, man. Damn that. Hold up, Josh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need the most.
Yeah, it's that idea. I had to get. Yep.
It's that
I had to do
emotional
something.
support.
I had to do something. Cause man, I would hate to be on that. What are they, man? But Josh, I'm telling you, they are assaulting your man Brad Stevens. He's getting a lacerationing, and I'm telling you, this all came from much. This is not him deciding things like he had been deciding things before the leadership changed, and we are not. We're not talking about the fact that the Celtics are re-owned. And remember, and let me have you all recall, these people have overpaid for the Celtics. Don't forget that. So you see, they're trimming fat off books for real.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you sell a team or an organization to a private equity group. I mean, it's all about picking out all the valuable parts and leaving the rest of the carcass on the side of the road.
And in doing so, there is a very distinct and evident reason why this has taken place. Nothing else but this. Jaylen Brown extraction was going to take place. And we'll come back to it. There are specific reasons why. Now, it is definitely clear. But listen, why are we calling it a Terrified Thursday?
Why?
Well, Josh, let me say how it started. I'm not going to tell you all this is where I am now. I've been alerted. You realize that Prince Albert Bell is fighting this weekend, right? We got that part. You know that, Josh.
Yeah,
right?
I heard
Okay.
truth to the matter about it. Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. The thing about this is very serious, Josh, in terms of the moment of time when you are chasing goals of things that are the driving force of kind of what you do. Now, with our good man, young Prince here, Josh, this is actually his moment. Okay? That's on one. This is the Toledo view. You got to understand. This is still like, because he's had a lot of fights for somebody who has not ever really been in position to do, say, what our good man Robert Easter Jr. was able to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Prince has not been in a position to claim something of the same ilk on the level that it would be considered, not just by the boxing world, but by the world. We're here. You got that, right? So you know it's significant, it's real.
Yeah, it's his time to shine.
Oh, yeah. More than that. And so here's the thing. I often do this, Josh, because I don't just come in. You see, I know you think it's a brasserie on the show and we perform and it's like, no, I do the work. And sometimes, I do things that are intermediate where I do the studying and I look at the material and I go and do the stuff,
Yeah, you do your homework.
Yeah, I try. And I go look at the opponent on a deeper delve. After several demonstrations, I come out on alert. Like, whoa, I got red flag nations. I'm thinking, oh no, I don't know if this is what we want it to be, but in the most intensified part, Josh, of the self-characterization, guess what?
What?
I don't stop and lean on my own perceived understanding. Are you getting that?
I'm getting that.
You know, that's heavy right there. Because a lot of us, we can't. That's usually the part where we all crash out. Usually they can't do it. So notice what I'm doing there. I'm not saying, I'm going to run to the show with this. Now, I did make a little bit of an emotional haphazard. You got the group text. I was a little bit fire diary on things, right?
Yeah, you were fired up.
Oh, yeah. And I came back, though, calm as a song. After I go to the concrete jungles, Josh, and I get to the actual conversations. And you see, if it were not these men who have confirmed what we were going to share with you all today, because this is not just Prince's time, Glass City. Oh, no, this is our time to get in on the goods. You see, I've been advised that this is a money grab for us. 419. Now, this young man, Abdullah Mason, is no hoe. It's not. I don't think it's any of saying that at all. He is a champ, Josh, and this is coming downward. This is what I'm getting to on the confirmation is Albert is the first title defense, which the people have all chimed in and said, this is outlandishly, crazily, and disappointedly unfair, Josh, watch this, to Mason. You understand that?
I mean, why the disrespect? I mean, the name itself, Abdullah Mason, it sounds like contender.
But listen, they're saying, Josh, understand what's going on, though. What we hear is the Mason camp. That's not the smoke they want. They don't want the Prince. They don't want it, but we got it. It's no getting out. They're coming in Saturday night. Everybody's there. I'm changing my plan. I'm thinking about changing all plans. I had a plan. We trying to do something, put something together. You know, people like to frolic over the next few days. I said, okay, I'll frolic. I like to frolic. You know me. You know, I will France-a-lance in a minute. But that ain't really what it is. Now it's about a detour. It's a time to run up on Sanzata. I don't know if he's home or not this weekend. We just be at the door like that and just be in your driveway like Chevy Chase. Listen, we're going to talk about this. I hope to have him. He better show up. He told me he gave me. We're going to see Lance Chaney coming through because Lance is in the fab. He's part of the camp, Josh Albert. He's been down since it was, early in the grains with it. So we're going to ask him. I'm going to let him. I said, you come and tell it. I don't want to try to tell it because they don't want to hear me tell it. I want you to tell it so they can hear you. And they know you. They know because you know what? Lance got the shirts. If you want to get the shirt with Prince on it, Josh, if you want, get something going, this is your man. So, he has to have some proximity to the equation. But we'll talk to him. We're going to try to talk to him here. Get him in here today. This is our plan. So we'll see if we can talk to my man, Lance Chaney. But listen, it's more to it. I'm not done with the Prince thing. It's the minute. We got to take a step aside here momentarily. So I don't want to get too far delving into that. And obviously, I've been in here a few minutes, haven't said anything U.S. of A. Because then these boys, with you realize we were man down. Speaking of Bunny and everybody else and Prince, we was man down on our whole offering last night. Yeah. And so we come up out of the scene. Well, I shouldn't say unexpectedly because these boys were favored. They were favored. They delivered on the favoring. We don't like this. We got to get to work on this red card situation. Someone has to help me be able to formulate a comprehension on how did my man, hold on, Get my man Josh last night that got thrown out.
Yeah,
Get his name. Get it for me real quick. Just because my man got thrown out, but he's out of the rest of the match last night. And this is early enough. I think this is before the half. It was before the half, and then so he's out. I don't know what is the rule. What we doing? International? What are we doing? Because he's out. He's out against Bell. He's out.
Yeah, I think
Belgium, he's out.
Valerian Balgon.
Yeah,
got
he's
a red
out.
card.
Yeah, my man, he's out. Because also too, we had him because he got the goal off. We bet him on the goal last night. Anytime, Bing. But and then he was out. What? But how is he out? Though why is he out for the next match with the red card? We got to get it. I don't have the understanding. I'm not clear on it. I'm gonna have to get something else. I got to get that understood. Also, too, Josh Ovechkin coming back. Did you get that?
Yeah.
That's who he's come. Yep.
Yeah, he's like the LeBron of hockey.
OVO.
LeBron of hockey, except for the fact he's been with one team.
So yeah, that's what we're doing, people. It's like a Friday on the scene. That's basically what's going on. All right. It's Black and White Sports on this Terrified Thursday. Because like I said, I started out terrified. I thought Albert, because I didn't know of the style, because, Albert is slick with it. That's the thing. He already has made clear over years now. It's been a while of him making it very clear. I'm not brawl master. I don't do that. I get you and score and get on up out and stay fly with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what he say. He let us know. He's been on several times. Wish we could have got him. The dilly-dally too much. And I don't like fooling with folks like in a situation like this, too close to fight night. I don't want him being on this. And then we go out here and get cracked. And now he say, what did we do to break the code? Got on salves. No. No, we'll wait to get after the result, see if we can get to the first hookup. We might be in a race against Fail Camp, so you never know. All right, let's break with it, Josh. All right, it is a makeshift Friday because we are out, no show tomorrow, going into, you guys are taking off days, so I guess we figure we'll join. So we're doing that, all right? And we will come back, ring the bell, do a couple of things, make some money today. The parlay is serious. We're going into the weekend, so please rejoin. It will just be a momentary lapse. Sit tight.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
No unusual slowdowns, no incidents at this time. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Andre of the Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngsters. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport and Holloway.
Hi, it's Craig.
You want some boiled peanuts? What the f- is a boiled peanut?
Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 215-215. That's HIM to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Paid for by Adaptive Health.
Black and white sports.
And I used to have this mental illness where I thought logical arguments would change people's mind. Like I thought laying out all the facts, the proof, the evidence calmly would make them think like, you're right, I need to reevaluate everything that I just said. No, like they'll just still argue with you like they're getting paid for it. And what I'm starting to realize is you can't argue with somebody using facts when they belief's not based on facts.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
It's a Thursday, but it's actually kind of a Friday for us. We will not be with you tomorrow, so make the programming note. But that's why we're going to try to crank it up while we got it going on. Now, Black and White Sports, welcome in here. The afternoon is a sizzler once again, and it should be. Please stop with the people out here still talking about it's hot. Hell yeah, it's hot. And it's 90-something, close to 100, or maybe it crossed it again. And so what? It's early July. Let's all be happy. All right? Okay, Josh, few things. First of all, let me share this because we had another incident. You see how it cut the broadcast early and the live on the Facebook, right? You see we already had a bout with that, right?
I don't know.
So get this. Wait, watch this. Right, I'm definitely with you on, I don't know what it is, but watch why I don't care or have much concern. Here's what I wanted to share with you today because this came at 8:35 this morning from the Facebook contingent, the review board. I think, Meta. No, this actually thanks Meta because it's Meta. Thanks Meta. So Meta contacts us, request review of removed content, which was, in this case, it was last Friday. It was the Finish Strong Friday show, right?
Right.
Thanks for contacting us. We have processed your appeal. The content should now be restored and available, at this link. See? So there you go. So, what am I supposed to do? So we win the appeal, Josh. I just want you to let you know. So we won that the content is back there, even though, they cut in, effed it off, did the rest. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a small victory for the little guy.
Yeah, but it's like, why are we in this battle? Please stop picking on us. And then you did it today. We don't even have any idea what you didn't like in the beginning of that. So, but anyway, all right, everybody, moving along here. Let's ring the bell real quick as we get back in here. It is a relative Friday, but it's still a Thursday weekend eve-ness. So it's an Anthony Butler moment. Why? Because you can't be out here in the streets looking crazy. Grooming is essential. Okay? Appearance has turned out to be of dire importance. Let the master barber assist you. Because he's the master barber and stylist, ladies. Oh, no. It's not that you can't check in to stay cute like you do. Did you see that, Josh? The talent. See, Butler, he didn't pay for that. That's an original right there.
Some people got it, some people don't.
Yeah, he might be watching it in the shop. 419-407-0880 is how you get a hold of him. Do that. Especially now, again, holiday weekend, you got to plug in. You might be putting Bay in and doing whatever else. All kind of travels and whatever. Whatever you're doing, be safe. And we wish everyone well. We'll get to that in a moment, though, but be safe. So we got that going on. So make sure Anthony Butler can help you with whatever you have going on. It is Ring the Bell. It is brought to you by Anthony Butler, and he is the master barber and stylist, ladies.
Want to ring the bell?
All right. Ding, ding.
Josh, because I forgot these dudes. I forgot they were on the mic earlier in here.
Yeah.
They got talking. I usually like to, disinfect the scene. Other things. So that's my bad right there. You saw me back, probably wondering what the hell. Why is he doing that? That's why I was doing that, because I, better late than never, right?
Yep.
Just in case. Ring the bell. Brought to you by our man Anthony Butler, the master barber. Okay, last night we have it local to begin. Mud Hens over Iowa, 7-4 the final. There.
And moving right along, the Cincinnati Reds, unfortunately,
Another loss. No, you know what? It's funny about the Reds, though. Now, I see now they're going to. It's not going to. It probably doesn't end well. This isn't good. I was hearing something earlier. It was just it was a long conversation about, are these guys a postseason look or whatever. Now I get it. It's July, but I'm just saying it. There was a stretch here where we thought we had something going.
yeah,
That's all I was trying to say.
they almost came close to being like a contender. They could have been one, but it's looking at
Yeah, I think
looking
we're
like
in crap. Yeah, it's a super crap out.
Another undescript, irrelevant season of Cincinnati Reds baseball. Kind of like in a way Mud Hens baseball. Kind of like.
But they always
irrelevant.
look well, though. I always like the Reds. They always look fresh, though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Okay. Who else?
That's
What we
it.
got? That's it? No. Oh, Tigers and Guards. I think look. all
Yeah,
right,
I
cool.
mean they played yesterday afternoon.
Wrapped up series. All right. Getting into the weekend. So you'll have the 4th of July events happening. Tigers at home this weekend. What we got going on? Who
They are
playing?
on the road against the Texas Rangers.
Ugh. I don't like them in that series either. All right. Well, there it is. Early on. Okay. Black and white on a Thursday. Let me come back to Albert, man. Now they've convinced me, like I said, if it was not the individuals that I spoke to, Josh, I was thinking that I could possibly have concerns from a stylistic standpoint and possibly even a power deal. And I don't want to dance too far with that one, because I haven't seen Prince in a minute. I don't want to, sell him short in any way, because like I said, I'm gearing up to do this. These men have convinced me, Josh, we have to take advantage of. Albert is he's a 3-1 dog, Josh. You understand? This is, do you understand that, Josh? Because if we say these things, I wonder if you're getting it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, let us be the underdog. That'll just it reflects Toledo's nation. We've always been the underdog city.
Right. But here's the thing, though. This is not that. This is what I'm being told, that we are actually setting these boys up for the heist. It's a heist. Where's Rick? I'm going to open up the phone lines today. I'm not doing this again. Next week, it's going to be a minute. I might have to today, just so I can cut short and get some people in here conversation. And if you hear it, RJ, look, if you hear it, bro, hit me. 877-909-1007. Because I don't know how much, because I don't know how people in the city do. I don't know if we take a lot for granted, and I'm not sure you even get, relatively speaking, the position that Albert is in. I think there was one situation about eliminators and this and that. All I know is that they had to get Prince in this situation to take this on a last minute move off of what he was training for. So nonetheless, what I think, Josh, when I heard the sum total of the elements, it's like Albert is in a real life rocky situation. And this is what I mean, because he's like the B side of this, and he's like a sub for this guy, or as what they tell me, and this is to throw him in here too. And this dude, it's a title defense for this cat. And I'm thinking, on one hand, you might say, because these odds makers have to be, the odds makers are clearly seeing something that says this is a step up in class almost. That's what, man, 3-1, Josh, this is not like a slouchy sort of underdog. This is a kind of, you're not winning. there's no sense in anybody betting on you. It's not going to happen. And what we're told is, no, there is evidence that would support, and I'm trying not to necessarily throw it out and reveal it. I'm going to see if my man Lance shows up. If he doesn't show up, we don't get him by a certain point, then I'll reveal where this is actually coming from. But they had to redirect me, Josh. They told me, like, no. This should be, again, Josh, they're telling me this is easy work, people, for Albert on this. And again, this young man, this Mason kid is no punk. And he's a counter man, and he's a lethal counter man. That's why I was concerned. I'm like, what? What if Albert, you know what I'm saying, this backs into one of these boys coming off of reacts? Pink. Oh, it's just a lot can go on here, Josh. This is getting, like, I'm thinking, like I said, I was not necessarily planning on physically trying to make the situation. I feel like I'm changing my mind.
Yeah, and looking at the
you gotta witness
fight
this.
poster, it looks like it's going to be on TNT.
And that's another thing. It's a TNT debut, I think, in terms of the boxing thing for some on a different situation. So that's heavy. There's other peripheral elements to this. This is an electric moment. And really, the town is sleeping on this. This is these are the disgusting moments and the times when you don't really like being able to say you're from it. This is when it's stuff like this, where in all actuality, even the fact that it's on this type of monumental calendar moment with respect to the society and what have you, we got this young man in this position for every single thing, man. His life has been sort of geared toward, and they tell me he has it on a platter that could end up being easy pickings for him. I'm gonna be honest with you though. It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around maybe Albert dominating this boy, but hey, the people that spoke to me, I know they wouldn't tell me that and be. I hope not. I got to say that on this one, Josh. That's what I'm just gonna go ahead and ride with that.
Well, it should be a good fight.
Oh, it's going to be. Oh, I would imagine it's gonna be. So, hate doing a plug for the damn zone, but again, like you said, TNT, we like that. So that'll be very interesting to see, how that turns out and what type of product we get. But yeah, big moment for Prince Bell, man. But they say this might be a steal for us, people. And because like I said, this kid, man, look, Josh, this guy, Mason stopped his last dude. I mean, I saw a series of knockouts. Like I said, he can be lethal, man. Counter guy. The last cat, man, he had the cat quit, man. Nigga quit. Didn't even come out of the damn corner with it. Talking about I can't see. And they had already repaired his eye like you would. You know what I'm saying? He had a big gash. But he's like, this dude said, no, I'm cool. Let's go, Prince. It's so serious right now. We're doing it Saturday night. So buckle up. And sit tight. We'll come back with more. It's Thursday. Terrified Thursday. It's black and white.
The takes are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and white sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
No unusual slowdowns, no incidents at this time. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now from $699 with exclusive student pricing from $599. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435. Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Ski at Northwood.
If you Serena Williams is allowed Russell Wilson and Sierra to attend the damn event, sitting up there in damn sunglasses. That's why she lost. That's why she lost. I don't want to hear nothing about running to the corner. I don't want to hear nothing about no shots. I don't want to hear nothing about no young girls playing tennis. Damn front running. Let's ride. 1-2 step. Man, get your asses out of here.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket. This is Black and White Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
I don't know. All right, Josh, back in here, though. I'm in here. I'm trying to text this man or read this text, man. So we're going to see what's going on with our man Cheney. Yeah. Talk about the fight. I don't know. It's, what's going on.
Maybe something's come up. Like he's probably a busy man.
But, people, we know that. You make that clear. You don't, tell the radio station you're popping through or you're not. So we'll see. But we're not wearing the false ad at all. Back in here, Black and White Sports on this Thursday. And like we said, it's terrified. Like I said, it's. I know what the eye test showed me about my man Mason, and I've seen probably 73% of Prince's fights, all of it. You know what I'm saying, in the entire scope from the first pro debut to where we at. I'm going to need to see it. But Again, Josh, if I don't get, like I said, I'm gonna tell you guys what the info. I was just asking the people who are close to the camp to tell you. I don't mind telling you though. But like I said, I just told my man, don't let us know we on here telling him he about to come through. He didn't come through. So look, Josh, this is a very, very interesting contrast though. And like I said, people, I was concerned in the beginning, but I have some very respected sources that say, nope, don't worry about it. This should be easy for Prince. Now, in saying that, that's not the most remarkable thing to say in the world because, we know underdogs win in sports. But this man at pretty much a 3-1 clip, you're at a plus 320 here. You should probably take advantage of this opportunity. The money's good. And, it's the hometown thing. Even if you ever wanted to do that, you know what I'm saying? Even if you needed that to psych you up. But we're being told our guy is more than capable of handling this.
Yeah, he's definitely going to try to make Toledo proud.
We'll see, because it's interesting how the relationship is, though. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. But I was going to let this man say that because he has some things to, to say with respect to it hasn't been the exact type of love that you would always, Josh, hope for from the town, which is interesting too. So, but I have no problem delivering the messages. Don't shoot me. I'll let the people know. But this is what I'm saying. So, Prince with a relative chip on the shoulder too. Because we could argue he hasn't necessarily been treated like others, predecessors and such that have had shining moments. So that's interesting. It's going to be real.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that when Prince is doing his training, he was doing a la like what Clubber was before his first out against Rocky.
Now there's another angle, Josh. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of clips on it. I'm not sure where I'd go with that. But, it's funny. I had a cat stop me in the gym today to inquire about this exact situation. And it was interesting also to get the man on the street perspective, which felt hopeful, local, exploratory was his energy, kind of like we're thinking, yeah, we expect, you expect Albert to perform here, and this is just because of the energy of it. This is what you're going for. We would expect him to be dialed in as you can be. But then my man walked away and said, I'm wondering, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that, like Josh just mentioned, are we completely and tip-top prepared for the moment? Tune in, ladies and gentlemen. They tell us you would be able to find it on TNT.
Yeah, and if it gets a good number, I wouldn't be surprised if TNT does a few more boxing matches.
I would suspect there's a plan in place. All right. Black and White Sports on this Thursday, early in the first hour of it. All right, so we chilling. Here, Josh, you ready for this surprise? I kept this most of the hour for you.
Okay, I'm ready for the surprise. I'm ready.
Well, you should be happy. Go ahead, get the happy couple on the scene, because I don't know if you knew this, and I gotta believe you're not ready, because your question to me was, did they announce a date? And let me tell you, it's deeper than announcement of a date, Josh.
How so?
The wedding is tomorrow. Did you know that, number one Taylor Swift fan?
I thought Jeremy Wolf was the Taylor Swift fan.
Probably so. No, he's more of an impersonator of Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift. I love.
Yep, because we got. Well, I shouldn't put that photo out with him in the stockings, should I? Would that be wrong?
We don't want to embarrass Travis too much further or something like that. I mean, if this gets out and
Travis, I'm not talking about Travis. You said your boy was the fan. I'm saying I would show you how much, because he did like a full hookup.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if you want to, get the, they like images these days. Yeah, but Madison Square, Josh, you ready? I mean, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, congratulations. Hope you got enough drinks, hors d'oeuvres, and other stuff to keep the. It depends on where they're having the wedding, because if it's not
Madison Square,
Madison Square Garden.
Yes. You didn't know any of this, Josh. I can't believe all this got past you.
Well,
there's no way in hell.
You tell me, I know, and that just proves how out of the loop I am in terms of pop culture these days, because it's like, I just don't get what's going on these days. I just don't want any part of it. If I just step back and not pay too much attention
Try to ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, try to keep a sane mind.
No, I am like you in that respect, but it's difficult, Josh, in order, to have to do these jobs like this and being, it's difficult to evade.
Yeah. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, hopefully, like I said, if they got enough like shrimps, hors d'oeuvres, chicken wings, and other stuff to keep the guests fatten their bellies and hydrated with plenty of beverages, it should be fine.
Well, and I would imagine it's going to be quite the affair. I'm very excited about it, Josh. I am hoping. We should have. We should probably have an over under on years married. Do you feel like it is going to make it, Josh, or will it crumble somehow in a very lackluster demonstration? What do you think? I think they would get it done.
I'm gonna be generous and say at least 2 years, because that's like look at these celebrity weddings. It's a very rare that they last beyond like more than 3 or 4 years.
So we feel like the over under of, would you say 4? Would that be a moderate number? 4
4
years?
is a moderate number.
I definitely give them an over. I think we locked in, Josh. I think this is actually what it is. I think this is the real situation. There'll be Swift offspring, all of it. There'll be a Kelsey kid or 2, probably 3. I'm gonna say 3. I feel like it's a 3 play here on Taylor Swift. It's, different zones. I don't think she'll do it all at once. I think, you know what I mean? I think she sections the hookup out, get a nice little balance, maybe like a 3-year window between each child, you think?
Well, if they don't get a child, I mean, at least, and if the wedding does not, if the marriage crumbles, at least you'll probably get a good song out of it.
Whoa, there's going to be I imagine there'll be material here. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Mr. and Mrs. Kelce, as soon as tomorrow, they tell us.
At the world's most famous arena.
Whoa! Hell yeah, I can't believe you don't have an invite to this, Josh. I am stunned. You have gotten me on the ripple sauce here.
Yeah,
I'm tripping out.
I am just like befuddled, like, where's my invite? But then again, I got stuff to do the weekend, so whatever.
Black and White Sports is brought to you by our good friends, brought to you in part by our good friends at the Bassett Nut Company, formerly Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. You were probably aware of that. But don't forget, listen, she has moved up the block. This is very important. We are currently right next door to the very large pink Verizon store sign. She's right next door in that same plaza. You're going up Monroe Street, headed out there, toward the Lexus Flower Hospital zone. If you're going in that direction, you're going to find the Bassett Nut Company on your right. So, fellas, keep this in mind. The ladies, wives, girlfriends, and such, always gracious if receiving snackery from there. And there are actually masculine items. You'd be stunned. You have to get in there. But stop in, check it out. We're working on a thing for you. Start popping up, talking about black and white. You're going to be leaving with some items. Or I shouldn't say items. Let me be careful, Rachel. I don't want to get smacked. But something quality will happen. So we thank that and her and you all, because in advance, we know you're headed out there. So make sure you get out there on Monroe Street. Why not get the doggone digital, Josh? I got to get the number. Why didn't I just do that? But you can't tell it. That's why I didn't get it, because there's no sign up yet, and they're working on that. She was very irate about the sign, as a matter of fact. So I would suspect the sign should be appearing soon, and we won't have to use the Verizon thing.
It's the sign of the times.
Yeah. Black and White Sports, we continue. Also, in part by our good friends at Powell's Beauty Supply, 901 Nebraska. Don't forget them. It's very difficult to do that because they've been around now for over 30, 35 years. So keep that in mind and keep that patronage going, because it is a welcoming situation. All ethnicities, to be specific. And it's important that you know that. the Powells appreciate making that clear. And my good friends at Consigned Home Interiors, where you can change your decor without spending more. Check into the showroom, 6925 West Central Ave. Okay. All right. So this is like a Friday here on this Thursday. We're out of here. We're not coming through tomorrow. Josh is happy. Are you excited, Josh?
Yeah.
Are you like checking in? Don't like show up. Are you going to be here like doing a lot of stuff anyway?
Depends. Like I said, I'm probably gonna stay at home. Like if something pops up, like at the last minute, like if someone needs me to put a audio bit or a piece of audio.
Oh,
into
you'll
the
be
system.
available? Okay. You'll be available for these things.
Yeah, I mean, if something happens,
Okay.
I'll just run over and put it in and head back home.
Oh, okay. Well, that is duly noted. Expect early AM contact. I'll be prepared. All right, let's roll. Here's a missed shot. Let me get to the missed shot, Josh. A perfect way to close this first hour. Black and White Sports on this Thursday. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's desolate too. You see everybody went on vacation. You see all these boys on Van Moose around here today. Andy, Monty, all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's, they put us on Ghost Town today, Josh.
Yeah.
You see that, right? You see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had our man that was down with Albert. He, you know what I'm saying? We got some kind of, it's a flakery situation. It's feeling like, especially with nothing back in the tweak missiles going off. Okay, cool. I'll tell the people what it is. Let me do this first, though, because we missed this yesterday. All right. Missed shots often around here. So my bad. We did not mention it, but I didn't necessarily, I probably did it subconsciously. Tried to block it out of my head. It's not necessarily a fun share.
This is deadly. Misses everything.
So yesterday, I don't know if you guys were aware and or heard, the news wasn't also interesting too. I don't think it was actually reverberated necessarily very well. Not that you ever want to hear it, but Calais Campbell, mother found dead and the brother charged thus far. And I'm not sure when I say this too, because obviously we should have yesterday's material. Have not necessarily checked updates to, to see if there's been any other evolving material or developing material. But out of Atlanta yesterday, brother of Baltimore Ravens defensive lineman Calais Campbell has been charged with murder after police found their 71-year-old mother dead at a home in Atlanta during a welfare check.
Oh, boy.
Arrest warrants say Natio Campbell's throat was cut and Sierra Campbell, Calais Campbell's brother, was found in possession of a knife. Officers found her unresponsive when they arrived at around 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday, according to a police statement. Sierra Campbell, 41, was booked into Fulton County Jail, where he was being held without bond and waived his initial court hearing Wednesday or yesterday on charges including aggravated assault and murder. A lawyer listed him in online court records, did not immediately return an email and voicemail seeking comment on the charges. In a 911 call released by police, an unidentified man can be heard asking for a wellness check. He tells the dispatcher that he is outside his mother's house and his brother and sister-in-law, and that they're trying to get inside. He said they can see another brother who is mentally ill and lives with their mother inside the home. He said the brother inside said their mother left, but a neighbor's camera footage shows she didn't. The Campbell family issued a statement asking for privacy while they deal with, obviously, overwhelming grief. So that's a whoa.
I mean,
on that.
Totally.
Damn.
I just can't. There's just no words.
Yeah, man. So, prayers be to Campbell family for sure. And in every way, not even sure how you begin to process these type of situations. You know what I mean? All right, Josh, well, we try to pick it up and sort of heighten this energy, man. Hour number 2, we will get to it, all right? Like I said, see, Terrified Thursday. There you go. But no, I'll tell you guys what it is, too, why we think we might need to take advantage of this. Albert Bell, everybody, all right? Plus 320. Might want to grab. They say it should be easy work, and that's heavy to imagine Abdullah Mason being easy work of anyone. That's the thing about this. But this is what they tell me, Josh. So, I would tell the people about it. Hour number 2. We'll get back to that. And as we mentioned, don't forget Taylor Swift getting married tomorrow. Josh extremely excited about that because he was in a doldrums and in a melancholy state about his Celtics, who have offered the biggest slap, it seems, in history. So we'll get on the Jaylen Brown situation. I can share the comments there. And what my theory is telling me now, and boy, does it seem more than evident at this point. All right, so we'll come back. Hour number 2 at exactly 5:05. So please don't be late. Make the attendance perfect so we can finish this doggone week strong. All right, holiday time.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill, $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
Recurring automation.
Borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000. Use code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000.
How can I help you?
Live agent!
Stop talking to robots and start talking to Cumulus Digital. Get help from a real digital marketing expert who knows your streets and neighbors. Go to cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and connect to a real person.
All right, Black and White Sports as we resume on this Thursday afternoon. Another sizzler. Yep, and we like that. So please, we ask you to chill out with the complaining. We love it. And you love that your family and loved ones and all who like you will be gathering likely around you this weekend. So we are thinking most people want the Wi-Fi situation to be as correct as possible. All streaming apparatuses and so forth have to be in precision mode. So we'd recommend this in case your situation somehow is not what you need it to be. Here is an excellent recommendation and an exclusive offer from my good friends at Rocket Internet. You see, for $9.99 per month, you will get 600 megabits per second of that precision Wi-Fi streaming, all right? Or 1 gig for only $19.99 per month. The biggest name isn't always the best deal. Both plans include Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, no contract, and a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET for full details.
Black and White Sports.
What makes one person a champion and the other one not?
Champions are broken. They lack something everyone else has, which is an off button. They just don't stop.
I'm unbeatable. I can't be beat. It's impossible. You can dent me. You can damage me. You're never ever going to beat me.
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway.
Winning has a price. So I know when my opponent is asleep, I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning working.
It's drive. It's the will. There's certain people that grow up with a tremendous hunger.
Champions find a way to make it happen.
But I got the will to win.
I can be scared and carry on.
Both fear and faith demand you to believe in something that you never saw.
You have to be the champion before you become the champion. You gotta be him before you become him.
But the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness.
The mentality of greatness. There are no breaks.
You want to become best. You want to become champion. Who cares? You're tired or not? Nobody cares about you.
Champion mentality.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Celebrate America's 250th birthday with the ultimate unusual ads offer. Business owners, listen up. Event holders, okay? Influencers, attention grabbers, if you will. Would you like to be on display in front of the entire local 419 frame, but certainly the entire globe? Well, let me share with you this offer from our good friends at the Savvy Television Network, okay? Also home of Love by 419 TV, Black and White Sports, Game Savvy, The Brand, Late Night, the sports version of my 419, the television show. So our good friends, a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Very, very involved and integral in media contributions in this community. So put your brand, get your brand, place your brand in the appropriate plan. Starting at just $2, watch it, people, birthday, right? $2.50 per 30-second ad is how the packaging is working for you. Get with it. Weekly savings extraordinaire. You're talking about like 10 spots a week. This is at a basement situation. You can't go wrong. And then the month, you're looking at about 40 spots, people. And they say $99 a month on that. I'm authorized to share that with you. So please, business owners that might be checking this out, and you can plug in. It's not mattering if you hear this in LA, if you hear it in the A, because that's when the app kicks in with the whole Roku, the Fire TV, Apple TV, iOS, Android thing. That's where we're reaching. So that makes it viable to you on a national level. So bing, pow, there you go. All right, here we go. In a moment, coming into hour 2 is Black and White Sports. And we begin again, hour number 2, traffic for you. All right, 4 o'clock was the beginning. We are now after the 5 o'clock hour into the traffic jam portion. Black and White Sports on this Thursday. It's a terrified Thursday. I'm not sure what to make of what's going on. I did just get off a call, though. I got clarity on the situation. Talked to my man, Lance. Lance was unauthorized. We got to tell everybody this is what happened. We got the authorization straight from Prince. He said he didn't authorize him to really speak on the situation like that. That was direct. I'm just quoting the man to share. He's like, what you talking about? We trying to go on Sav and do the black and white. What you mean? Yeah. So I ain't touching it. So, Lance, don't get yourself in the wrongs. Don't stay on, he in the family. Stay with it. You never know what's going on. He trying to focus. I'm just going to assume Prince trying to focus. We don't want to mess around, even though I think something about an interview had gone on. So you never know with that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share it, let everybody know. But I can share the point. That doesn't matter. We don't need that. It'd be great to have it, but that's not really important to us. Yeah, what is important is the fact that we might be able to get this money. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say anything not to distract Prince from his goal.
That's fine. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so we ain't hating on that. It's all good, brother. But for some reason he didn't want LC to speak on behalf. I thought he could speak because he's right close to the. I don't know. I'll check it out though. There'll be an investigation after it's over. So. Anyway, just win the damn fight. That's all I say. Listen, you get this bread for me. I don't give a damn you ever get on the show again. We appreciate every time you came on. You know what I mean? But, forget that you didn't post it when you did come on like you do others. I don't know. Let me chill out. But nonetheless, 3-1 money is here. Let's take advantage of it. See, that kill any of that other stuff. Let's just get this bread. Everyone could be happy. If you're hearing it, Lucas County, they say this is the move. That's what Lance was going to come on and tell you. It's easy work. I think I can, if he allowed, I got a statement from another valued source, but he didn't authorize me to say it on the air, so I won't put him in. I would have to have him say it for himself. But nonetheless, just understand it's a qualified word. And both of these men, just in terms of my list, have confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, that we are making a safe bet on Albert Bell Saturday night money line. This is what they tell us. Because so here's the situation. Princeton whooped his ass, I guess, a couple times, the sparring, Josh. They say the sparring, and I understand they don't usually throw that up for all the value. We understand sparring is sparring. We get to the fight, we get to the fight, right? There's still a difference. There's a difference. But still, it's still we doing what we doing. And if I whooped your ass, I whooped your ass. It's kind of clear. If the people can regurgitate that and tell it. So this is why we say what we found out is the Mason people didn't want this. They like, why are we fighting him? The first defense?
It's like they feel like they're insulted or something.
No, it's, I guess, I don't know if it's insult or maybe an admission. Like, this is not our guy won't survive this. Wow. And listen, if you have any time, you got a day, people. The fight's Saturday night. Go look up Abdullah Mason. They'll be right at the top. You only gonna need a couple. You're not gonna need 10 of those. You just gonna need a couple and watch what can go down. So I'm very curious to see, Prince, you doing this kind of work. I will be more than happy to act a fool and scream from the hills about it. Absolutely. Especially since I've been doing that since the amateurs. So I'm feeling like I'm going to go ahead and get to keep on doing that. Let's not let all the bragging fall apart right here, because we know it's been a tricky road here. And this is interesting that Top Rank would do this. See, and see what we really need to talk about in his case is what was the derailment of the Top Rank boxing climb of the ladder that even our man Jared Anderson is actually still on. If I'm not mistaken, he's still on the Bob Arum situation. And I could never understand why you not on that. Why are you rolling the way you rolling? Tim Bradley and these boys are on talking about nobody's trying to see you. They don't want to deal with the unorthodox, how you could do them and you smooth with it. So we understood that it was a lot of duckery going on. We'll give you that. People understand that. Some people, they didn't want to necessarily fool. Albert is a different cat, which is interesting to see how this is getting ready to rock, though. But this one is a real one for sure. It's some people on Albert's record where it's like, but it's not really questionable. Albert's situation is very fortifiable when you look up and down the ledger as far as how did we get here. Again, like I said, a very unorthodox path. There even came a section in there where it was some guys in some competition where you would have thought he would have dealt with these people earlier because they was kind of not what you was, they couldn't do nothing with him anyway, but they came at a certain point. But he always was definitely taken where we could see quality fighters, records that is guys that were not easy victories or it was this has been a pretty healthy sample size that's got some balance. It's a balanced breakfast here with Prince. We got every reason that like I said, if my guys didn't tell me this, I would have questions though. I would be like, I'm gonna see what you're gonna do with this cat. But again, if you telling me we've already locked up and it's not anything I'm pressed about, okay, I'll take that bet. Prince, you're gonna get me for at least $1. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going over the dollar, but I got to go ahead and do the dollar. Got to, man. I recommend we all do here. Plus 320, ladies and gentlemen, on Albert Bell Saturday night. But the word is he then spanked this boy in the sparring, and it sounded like multiple. It didn't sound like an isolated incident. It sounded like this had gone on. There's been more than once. And so these people tried to get Albert to not take this is what I'm telling you, man, last authorized, I could go ahead and again share some material, but because he is not at fault. I'm just, like I said, I was going to have to guess, and, that part can be said. I can't share other details of that conversation, but that part I can say because he was prepared to come on to share with you guys. Why do we think we can make this play? And so this is where we find out nobody hears us, Josh, just the 25 people in the planet. So nobody will get out. This won't get out because if Joe Fortenbaugh said this, it would mess with the odds.
Yeah, it would probably go viral and then some.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's just
they're not gonna make me. They're not gonna let me get. It's not gonna get off with my hookup. No.
Yeah, I mean it's just between us and our close friends.
Right. So that's why listening to this is your advantage. Let's go ahead and get this one, people. Listen, seriously, it's kind of gonna kill you. You blowing 100 for the weekend? Come on, 4th of July thing. You tricked off 100 for nothing. If you got children, it's over. If you got children at all, I ain't say 6. I said 1. You are bent back on bread. Let's come back. All right. Hour number 2 underway. So Mama Mary's mozzarella minute time. I'm going to come back and talk about that a little bit more. We're going to see if we can test. Josh, go to test the instrumental. Could be gone. We're going to come back. All right. Hour number 2 is gliding through. It's a terrified Thursday. I don't know. The fight is Saturday.
When the game ends, the real talk begins. Black and white sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
$76. If it's time to ask for forever or just celebrate your own milestone, we have our 1-carat lab-grown diamond bypass ring for $17.76, or for $2,500, a 2.5-carat lab-grown diamond solitaire ring. We're celebrating 250 years of America during the Allen Miller Jewelers Stars, Stripes, and Diamonds sale now through July 31st. Located at the corner of Navarre and Coy in Oregon, where Allen still proudly holds the title King of Diamonds. 12 months interest-free financing available on qualified accounts.
The only 3 words you need to know. Allen Miller Jewelers.
Black and white sports.
Mickey Mantle don't care about you, so why should you care about him? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Worry about yourself, your family, the people that are important. Nobody cares. The only thing that matters is what's good for you and how you feel about each other. Don't you trust anybody? No. It's a horrible way to live. For me, it's the only way.
It was just like Sonny said it would be. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
All right, just before the bottom of the hour here, we are inside the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes. And it's important to remind you about this. We've been talking about 250th birthday mentions. Mama Mary's, as you know, in commemoration, has offered the general populace of Northwest Ohio and beyond, especially travelers through our fair area. It's a weekend time. Pizza's good, especially to add on to whatever is happening with the gathering of friends and family. So 17.76% off your order when you do it online, right? Very simple, quick, bing, bing. MamaMarysPizza.com. 17.76% off the order because you did it online. At MamaMarysPizza.com is where you can take advantage of the 17.76% savings on your order because you did it online at MamaMarysPizza.com. All right. Happy 4th of July to you, Frank. Thank you guys for all of the love and support. Make sure you guys get in there, stop and see our friends too. Do it on the physical level anytime. You know, they still will take the calls, 419-867-9991. Then they can tell you to get online at MamaMarysPizza.com, and then that's how you do that. All right, let's rock and roll. We continue. And like I said, it is a Thursday that, like I said, brought a little terrification, but I'm getting ready to solve it. I didn't know. It's kind of like I threw it out, man. So I always got to appreciate my guy, man, coming through, especially on the short, man. Talking about Josh, saying busy people. I know this fool is busy.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. They're lucky to get, you know, he's getting superstar level. He might be tripping out too, Josh. We got to watch him. Next thing we know, he might have a mink coat on. The real sports guy, ladies and gentlemen, in the building for the weekend. See what he's doing on the holiday, man. Mr. Steve Taylor, definitely appreciate you, though, big dog, stopping through here on this one like that. Just on the notice it was and kind of what we got going on. But I didn't want to share kind of your material in a way, but since you showed up, I feel like, well, that's licensed to let it loose, which I figure you would. I was trying to help the people understand here today that we've been advised to make this financial play from the, again, portfolio recommendations of Savev Hutton. And when we talk, we try to make sure that we bless the people as they listen. And so, Steve, we're saying we're getting 3-1, sir. We're getting 320 on Albert Bell, the substantial underdog here that some are claiming this isn't going to be an underdog display. Can you help me, Mr. Taylor, and help our listeners, our viewers, if you will, understand what you were helping me understand?
Yeah, see, well, you know, man, like that's Albert is like nephew, man. You know what I'm saying, man? So, I've kind of been privy to be kind of close to that camp and Team Bell, and Team Bell actually was in Colorado Springs preparing for an IBF eliminator fight when he got the call to take on Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is a young Ohio brother who's getting his first defense of his WBO championship, and he's supposed to fight a guy that's having visa problems because he had some issues and they revoked his visa so he couldn't get back. Now, keep in mind, this is a 4th of July fight. It's a big-time fight and the first ever on TNT.
Yes, sir.
So they had to get a name. And of all the names that they put in a hat, Top Rank came out with Albert Bell. And what they did is they doubled Albert's purse to take the fight. Now, I know a lot of people have done their homework, or so to speak, on Abdullah Mason, and against virtually anyone else in this division, I would probably go along with you.
Okay.
But Saturday night,
that ain't it. It's not the move.
It's not the move to make, man. It was just a bad hand for this kid, and I just hate that two Ohio boys have to face off in a high-stakes game of elimination. And I'm sorry for Abdullah Mason, but, LeBron, it's not going to be good. Now, let me take this even further because there's a lot of familiarity between these two camps.
Yes, sir.
Because
okay.
Both of these, they've sparred a number of times, like a half dozen times to be precise.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I was wondering, Steve. I knew it was multiples. I didn't have an exact number. Talk. So okay, now take this and help the people explain that too, because a spar. Because what if I get the guy jump up? So what? That's sparring. I don't care. Whatever happened in sparring, that's not when we get in the lights on in the ring. Help the people crystallize that, because it's a different, but it's still, we doing what we're doing, Steve.
The lights could get brighter, and you're right. But man, when the bullets are flying, whether it's sparring or not, we understand what we saw.
Okay. Yes,
and
sir.
It wasn't going. Let's just say, people, Brother Mason didn't fare well in none of those matchups. Okay. Man, Albert is, let's go back to the conversation we had Tuesday about humbleness. That's the epitome of humbleness. Team Bell. That the entire team, from Andy all the way down. I mean, he started with his dad. And everything starts with dad. Andy starts it all. Period, end of story. And I just hate the fact that Brother Mason has to play this hand that he was dealt. That's the only thing that I've got any drawback about. But as far as Albert winning this fight, oh man, bro,
we popping and locking. You saying Steve Taylor, everybody on here, Real Sports Guy, joining us right now, talking about the Albert Bell situation. He's getting ready to fight Saturday night, in Cleveland. So you guys obviously aware of this. I do believe too there'll be a watch party here in town. I'm gonna get that information for everybody. Shout out to those boys, man, Dave Ross and everybody, kind of putting that situation together, I think, or at least putting the word out. So there should be some energy here at home for things, man. Prince Bell in a hell of a situation, and one he's been coveting for the entire situation. And now it's time for it to be realized. And Steve Taylor is telling you here to buckle up, because we feel like it's easy work because it's already been on display. So here's the thing, Steve, what we also heard to sort of piggyback and again confirm some energy on what you're suggesting. We hear the Mason camp, they didn't really enjoy this proposal. Like we didn't really want that going on. Like, this what you gonna give me on my first look? This? So that's what got me, and I got that again too. That was direct, like you talking to you. So I'm like, I gotta go with these people. I gotta go with what I'm getting. I gotta go with what I'm getting, and they're telling me it's an opportunity I must take advantage of.
Man, look, that's the move to make. That's the move to make. It's Team Bell. It's Team Bell. Period. End of story. I'm debating whether I'm going to make the drive up myself, to Cleveland, because you remember the last time we did that, went to Erie, and we came back to Toledo with a championship. And it's kind of going, it'll be the same. It'll be the same deal.
No, I got you, brother. Like I said, Steve, I heard, if other people if it wasn't you, like I said, my brother L, he hit me, man. Shout out to him. And again, now I get it. Like we said, and I understand. Again, Prince staying locked in. We don't want to say nothing to nobody. We're not doing nothing. It's time to go ahead and steal it. Then go on and steal it, Prince. You ain't got. It'll be a blessing if for any time you ever been on the show. We going to cash this ticket Saturday. You ain't got to appear, do nothing. It's gonna be thank you cards coming every year.
No, hey man, look, and it's not stealing it. It's just taking it. I mean, it's just what it is. It's just taking it.
No question. All right, Black and White Sports on this Thursday. I got to come back, Steve. Oh, I got something for you, because this trade is insanity on some people's account. But we have theories now, Steve. Hadn't talked to you over the last day or so, but this is actually starting to look like a different sort of landscape and kind of what's going on with Boston. But this whole idea about people being really, really stupid, I don't know that it's that. I just think people are company men, and you got to do what you're told when the owners instruct. It is the fastest buck 20 in sports. It's called Black and White. We will return momentarily. So please, by all means, sit tight.
Want wagers that win? Weekdays will walk you to the window. Tune into Best Bets on Black and White Sports, 4 to 6 p.m. on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Everybody wants cheap airfare. Everybody wants cheap airfare. But where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6499.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475. The Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngster. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport in Holloway.
Head to Mancino's Pizza.
McNabb's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men use their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 215-215. That's HIM to 215-215.
Not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Paid for by a doctor of health.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Oh, am I doing it? Josh, you want me to do the fourth thing?
Yeah, I mean,
My
yeah.
bad. Oh, okay, I'm tripping. Hold on one second, Steve T. We're going to get back to you one moment. We're going to have Steve T on the set. But before that, let me re-announce and make the people aware. Did you get? Oh, here it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, Josh. My bad. I hope I didn't take it out. Okay, we got it. All right. See, my bad. Didn't mean to do it. Okay, boom. It's back. Bing. Let's roll. Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with the ultimate unusual ads offer, people. From our good friends at the Savvy Television Network, download their app today. Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, iOS, Android. They have provided an incredible package, people, for our business owners, our event holders, our attention grabbers, okay, influencers, advertising locally while doing it worldwide. Oh, yeah, you don't stop at the stop sign of locality, people. Oh, no, take it global. So some of you bigger businesses, this makes it an eligible thought, right? Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Android, iOS is limitless. So you'll want to plug in on the Savvy Television Network app today and get this $2.50 per 30-second spot. Results in 10 spots a week, 40 spots for the month for $99, Josh. I'm authorized to say that. I can share it. It's a holiday thing, 250th anniversary. Why not get in on it? The people at Savvy Television say, yes, we want in on it like Mama Mary's and everybody else. So there you go. Black and White, happy to bring you that. I just want you to know. Tell some people. Well, we'll post it. We'll post it on the wall and do all that. All right, let's continue. Final time before we get out of here. Isn't it, Josh? Do we have one break? Was that it?
This is the last
We done
one.
breaking?
This is the last one.
All right, let's get Steve back. Steve T back on set. The real sports guy, Mr. Steve Taylor, joining us and helping us out a lot because we had to talk about Albert, people. We're trying to tell you this is a move. We got to get this money. It's a money grab the way Steve is describing it, and he's been endorsed. We told you our man L told us too. Sav, trust me. He said it just like Steve, people. He had the exact same conviction, like, look, Sav, we going to get that. We coming home with that. So I said, what L, you mean we can go ahead and put the change on the flow? He said, absolutely. So Steve, you're not just out here on the island. We didn't know, but somebody knows, Steve, this money line number, these odds makers know a little something, though. They know a little something here on this, because this could be a lot worse if it was a real lopsider. This is them saying something's up here, but we don't want to go too far and embarrass ourselves on a kid that should be in what is supposed to appear on paper. Sounds like a step up in class is what it's suggesting. So you don't get this type of, he goes in here and does what you say, Steve, is likely to take place here with Prince Bell, ladies and gentlemen. Your own Glass City, we going for, it's time for the WPO crown. Oh my good, hey, they listen. They say it's on the deck, people. And it's not just Steve T. Steve T was just kind enough to come through on the short notice and help us understand it. Well, thank you. Again, appreciate you, Steve. I'm going. Like I said, you can get me, Prince, you can get me for at least $1, bro. I ain't even going, you can just let it be, I'm not even going to play games with it, but I'm thinking about, I feel like we should step it up. I feel like we, when you get the moment, you got to get the moment. You got to go. So, but I do like the idea, because I was telling Josh that, Steve, that wasn't in my plan necessarily. It might be getting in my plan. We check it. You know what I'm saying? We checking it. It could be getting in the plan. I'm thinking of seeing this live, because it's going to be, like I said, I didn't think about the real energy of this matchup too, just on the general strength of what these guys do. Because this still, this kid is still a sick counter guy. We got to give this kid Mason. He's, but Albert is slick.
I mean, bro, no taking anything from none of the Mason brothers. In fact, he's got two other brothers fighting that night as well, in championship affairs, so it's a lot of uncertainty how they're going to deal with that as a team, but man, my concern is that main event and what Albert does. And man, I am pro Albert Bell, always have been, always will be. And I'm a firm believer in what he does, man, the principles, man, his support staff. We talked about that when we were talking about the young girl the other day. The support staff is in place, man. Everything about this fight just lined up perfectly. Man, I love how he got away from here, went to Colorado Springs, got away from all of this madness, man.
Yes, sir.
And
that's what I like. I love that the most.
Yeah, he's dialed in, man. He's dialed in. He's ready. He's ready.
That's what's up. See, Josh, that's what you was, Josh, you were saying. So there you go. We getting work, locked in. But I'm good, man. Oh,
feel
my
much
goodness,
better
I'm
about
excited.
it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was doing it anyway, Steve. Like, the thing is, because I get carried away, and I want to do that and make that play, and really might be on a whim and a prayer still on this whole 419. I get on my Toledo-ish, and I start tripping, But see, then when I get to confirm, I had to go check. That's what I was telling Josh. See, I don't just go on my own no. I had to check. And I call you when I said, Steve, what's going on? And I came in terrified, and Steve flipped the whole game because he was like, yeah, Schmell, whatever. I don't give a damn what you was looking at on the tape. It's going to be a tape. After this, there's going to be a tape, and it's getting done. And I said, okay. All right, like I said, I can't. Hey, man, I'm telling you, if Steve hadn't said that to me to start off, and then I got the follow up, I went further into the count, and them boys said, "Yes, Ab, no, it's what it is." All right, so there you go. Saturday night, people, Albert Bell, TNT, all that, the zone, whatever. However you end up getting it, lock in. There will be a watch party. Hold on, let me find that real quick, Steve, because I do recall we saw that.
There's buses going down there, people, from Toledo. So there will be bus loads of Toledoans going to this affair. Toledo will be in the house on Saturday night. Is what I'm getting at.
Right. No, well, I'm for those who again either can't do, won't do, or what I mean, wish they could do. What you can do is pop in. Hold on, let me get on the damn page. I'm over here moving around. Here we go. It is at the Click. It's at Click. Everybody, watch party. That's at this is 2114 Alexis, people. All right. So that's the watch party situation popping off Saturday night. So let that be known again. That's Click. KLICHE with the asterisk accent mark by the E. So there you go. But if you guys want to plug in there and be supportive of the Prince, man, and what I'm saying, we got to put the spirit in the air for the champ. Serious people, this is it. This is it. As we've had it since kind of Robert had it. If you want to throw, what I'm saying, Queen Jones in there and some of her exploits, but then that's a different combo. You're talking about Olympic stuff, and this is a little bit different too. So, in terms of around here, people, this is the spot. This is what you wait for. So we're excited about that, man. So shout out Prince, man, and good luck to you, brother, with all things, and good health on this at the end of the day. All right, Steve, let me transition to before we rock out and roll out. First, the real quick comments on USA last night and official. Look, man down, Steve, whole thing. Where you at, too, with the red card deal? And maybe you can help me. And, Josh, pull your rules back out, sir. I know you had done some research and we didn't get to share. Because my thing was, how is my man getting, you know what I mean? He doesn't finish the match, which was essentially a good portion of it, more than half of it. My guy, man, Florin, they take our guy out, man. And so, you know, then he's out for the red card situation. Now I'm out for the next match. Help me with this. You know what I'm saying? And still, but the performance nonetheless, you got to love the U.S. and these boys, it's real. Now, I mean, these boys, I'm feeling like semis at the end, Steven. I'm trying to be modest with, but I love what we got and the mentality and certainly the effort those guys put on display and able to hold it together. Even when you got the extra 10, Steve, you know what I'm saying, to get through that too, because most people thought they would buckle at that point.
Yeah, well, you remember when we first started talking about this before they kicked off their first game, we said that they weren't shying away from the physicality, and we saw that in display last night. For the guys that he's a recipient of a lot of the work that Christian Pulisic does, and he puts him in those situations. What I'm looking at against in the next round is Pulisic to step up and do just a little bit more. We're gonna need you to not put guys in position, but put the ball into the back of the net yourself. When you look at the red card that this kid got, it's obvious that there's a set of rules for Lionel Messi and then a set of rules for everyone else.
Okay.
You know, because if you look at what Messi did, his foul or not foul, lack thereof, was way more egregious than what this kid did. You know, so, you know, man, I think that the World Cup needs to maybe look at implementing, like other leagues do, the fact that you can go back and look at it and say, you know, maybe we might have, you know, jumped in front of the bumper a little bit on this one. Right. Let's back this one down, you know, and I think they'll implement that down the road. Now, that's not going to help us on Monday, but, you know, I think that they're starting to look towards that.
True indeed, man. Yeah, that was wild. Go ahead, Josh. Was you going to share? I mean,
yeah, I was about to say, like, the reason why that, according to international soccer rules, FIFA in this case, anytime a player gets red carded, he sits out the remainder of the match and is automatically suspended the next match, depending on the severity of the deal.
That is crazy. All right, cool, whatever. All right, so we cope with it. I like it because it presents an interesting prospect, because I imagine odds makers will reflect this. I need to go and check that anyway, see what the U.S. number is. They were going to be favored. Maybe that will affect things. Who knows how the outlook of that will certainly be demonstrated, but a noteworthy item, obviously. Thoughts on Ovechkin, Steve, coming back? He's returning.
Man, I wish he would just sit it down, man. Like it's hard to watch him play at times, you know, because of his lack of getting back on defense. There's no defense on Ovechkin nowhere. And you know, I mean, he is a sniper, and he is paid to be a sniper. He knows that he's a sniper, and that's what he's gonna do. But, you know, hats off to the Capitals for putting guys around him. You see, they added Jordan Cairo, man, from the St. Louis Blues, man. They added one of Andy's guys, man, Tuck. You know, trying to add a little bit of more size and a little bit more, you know, onto their second and third line. So, you know, man, it remains to be seen. But, you know, power. If you can still do it, do it.
Exactly. All right, man. Well, you don't know what they want to do here for most people's account in Boston, but Steve, this is a lot deeper. And on one hand, it really actually can be sold still as a business play. The first thing I had to add that wasn't in any of my conversations and trying to just look at Jaylen Brown getting moved and whether or not he ends up in Philly. You got a guy going to a rival. You're talking about a peak powers guy with his abilities. You know, so you still have to keep in mind these people have overpaid for this franchise, these new owners with the Celtics, and I would have to suspect they're looking for any way possible to move inventory on books. Now you say, wow,
Thank you.
this guy is the guy you pick. Well, here's maybe why you do it. And we had talked about some of the, yes, the commentary and all of that after games. That's one thing, but that's not it. It was the idea that once I discovered that Jaylen Brown was intent on implementing efforts that could be measured in the same lane as a Black Wall Street effort or anything associated with a Black empowerment from a fiscal and financial point of view and repositioning of sorts, and taking my resource and being dedicated to these type of efforts off the court, Steve. This is not necessarily favorable, perhaps, to this group. I don't necessarily want to indict this group, but to that extent, what we're doing in Boston, this is the first guy I don't perhaps need around here, especially as he continues to take our money and turn it into perhaps something we don't necessarily support. Not necessarily in a public way, but I'm just saying in an inference right now, this is my claim. It's my assertion as I'm looking at true factual elements of the young man. And again, organizationally, all elements, this doesn't really come off as a lunacy thing to me anymore, Steve Taylor. It may you, but for me, this makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, it does. If you really look at the dollars and cents, what this is Brad Stevens grabbing hold of the Celtics checkbook and balancing their checkbook, so to speak. The Celtics had 2 players on super max contracts. Now, Jaylen Brown was in a position to where he can opt out and re-sign for another contract. Now, he's going from $50 million to hitting $70 million. That was something that the Boston Celtics weren't willing to do. I understand them trading for Paul George because of the dollars. The dollars make sense. Paul George will be on essentially a 1-year deal of about $56 million, pretty much the same amount of money that they were paying Jaylen Brown away. So they're just kind of watching that. They're looking at the draft capital down the road. And then if lightning were to strike with a Paul George, next year, so be it. You can kind of ease your way into a rebuild instead of a hard rebuild. So, Brad Stevens kind of knows what he's doing. I mean, it on the outside, it looks like they're, flipping off Jaylen Brown and saying, get the hell out of town. But that's not the case, man. Let's just look at the dollars and cents and make the dollars make sense. And that's kind of what Brad Stevens was doing.
Yeah, I like I said, and again, I'm concerned, and this is just me talking to Steve Taylor here, real sports guy in here, Black and White Sports. Before we wrap this thing up on this Thursday, we get ready to roll out of here for this holiday weekend and everything. But Steve, once we're on record making that clear, and the only thing I might have said to Jaylen Brown, if I was a friend, if I were an acquaintance, if I was somebody in a proximity where you could speak to him in terms of maybe what a guy as strong-willed and as fortifiable in the space of I'm a uniquely focused guy on being impactful with my position, with my affluence, again, with my platform, and being very domineering and making it clear this is how I'm moving. That's a big deal, and most people don't realize how that resonates in the upper echelons of administrative consideration. And I'm not saying that the NBA or somebody else or these people that own the Celtics are against the idea of a Black Wall Street, but again, a young man who is clear that I'm not going to be wavering in my approach. Well, history has shown us other times where you can certainly get detoured in thinking that you're going to do certain things. Well, it won't be here. And that's not that you won't do, but you just might not be doing it here up in the northeast corner of the United States. We're not on that. You take that to brotherly love and see if they still cracking the bell with that, but it's not happening up here. So I don't know. Just be advised, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep our eye on Jaylen Brown just in his career and how the thing unfolds and how he's seen as a result. Because right now you can tell it's definitely not about what I do on the court only. It sounds like that from these people up here, from Big Perk and these boys, but it's much heavier than that. So we're going to roll out on that one, Steve. With that, on the way out of here, Steve T has given you Prince Albert Bell. That's your underdog. That's your pop and lock for the weekend. Everybody get your money. He's at plus 320. Get it now before the value changes for whatever reason. It's a cash out, all right? But beyond that, we're looking at, again, Spain is probably already won, I'm thinking. We have Portugal the rest of the way, and the Swiss Miss is a favorite tonight, but I don't like it. I don't necessarily like either one, but I don't like Switzerland tonight. That feels funny to me.
Oh, Spain won 3-0 over Austria.
So there's one down right there in our pick. So we would have given you that. Also, too, on the MLB side, we are looking at an upset in Philly, an upset in Detroit, because Texas, I think, cracks them tonight. Detroit been having success. Very weird. And I like the Dodgers tonight because I gave you the Dodgers funkateerly last night, and they booted. So there you have that. And also on the ladies' side, WNBA tonight, Atlanta on the road. Take their money line. Dallas also on the road. But I think Phoenix gets cracked at home with Seattle. Zai Cook and the ladies tonight get a win on the road and steal one in Phoenix. So there you go. All right. For Steve T, thank you very much, brother, popping in here like you did today. Really appreciated that, man. Needed that. Also for all the fellas all week, Monty, Andy, Ski, everybody, Josh, Chris Smith-Bauer, Jeff DeGraw coming back through here soon. Everybody, man, a part of it. We appreciate you. And we hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe, be kind, be respectful. Handle your doggone business responsibly and do not cheat on your wife in the process, all right? Enjoy your 250th birthday. Don't forget, Savvy Television will have that for you, all right, all weekend long. And your business today.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the Man Superstore.